Okay, now we're going to get into the heart of algebra. Algebra is using x. X stands for a number we're looking for. So x stands for what number, and sometimes you'll hear me just say what. So if you hear me say what, that's just saying what number. So what number plus 6 is 13? Now, I kind of know 7 plus 6 is 13, but the way that we work it out algebraically, we're going to rewrite the problem, x plus 6 and it equals 13. And we recognize that as far as the equal sign is concerned, the x is on the left side. So we're going to call this, because the x is on the left side of the equal sign, a left side problem. So this being a left side problem, we're going to remove all numbers except for x on the left side. The number on the left side is a plus 6. So we're going to use a subtracting 6 underneath. And the rule is whatever you do on one side of the equal sign, you also do it on the other side. So another subtracting 6 goes over here. So the x comes down here. These two become 0. They cancel each other out. The equals comes down. And here we use the rule that same signs add, different signs subtract, bigger sign wins. So these are different signs, so they subtract, so we get 7. And the bigger sign wins, which is the plus 13, so this is a plus 7. And this says that x equals 7, which is the same thing as saying that x is 7. So it was 7 plus 6 that equals 13. This next problem says 10 is what number plus 4? Now I kind of know that's going to be 6 plus 4, because 6 plus 4 gives us 10, but let's work it out algebraically. Now this time my x is on the right side, so this is a right side problem. That means that we need to get rid of the number on the right side without getting rid of the x. So the way that we get rid of the right side number without getting rid of the x is putting a subtracting 4 here. And what if we do to one side of the problem, we're going to put another subtracting 4 here. Okay, now let's move from left to right. These are different signs subtract, so we get 6. The bigger sign wins, which is positive 10, so this will be a positive 6. The equals comes down, the x comes down, and these two become 0. So what we have here is that 6 is x, or backwards you would say x is 6. Here, what number, when you subtract 4, becomes 10? I believe that's 14, but let's work it out. So x minus 4 equals 10. Let's take a look. This, because of x being on the left side, this is a left side problem. So the numbers on the left side are the ones I need to remove. And let me give myself a little warning here to stop here at 4 and write and raise my paper. Okay, so the subtracting 4 needs to go. So I'm going to use a adding 4 on the left side. Don't use a 10 because it's on the right side. This is a left side problem. So what we do on one side, the left side, we put plus 4. On the other side, we're going to put another plus 4. Okay, now the x comes down as x. These two become 0. The equals comes down. And what we have is a same signs. Same signs add. So we get 14. And the bigger sign does win. So positive 10 gives us a positive 14. Let's lift my paper up here. Okay, next. The question is, 10 is what take away 4? What number take away 4? So let's say 10 equals x minus 4. Now this problem, because x is on the right side, this is a right side problem. Therefore, the number on the right side is the one that we're going to get rid of. So we're going to get rid of the x here. So, sorry, not the x. Keep the x, but get rid of the subtracting 4. So I'll put an adding 4 here, and that's on the right side. And then the same number on the right side I put on the left side, so I put adding 4 there. So starting here, same signs add, we get 14. Bigger sign is 10, is positive. Equals comes down, x comes down, these two become 0. So we have, reading backwards, x is 14. And that makes sense. 10 is 14, take away 10. On the next one, 8 plus what number is 10? 8 plus what number would equal 10. What is that number? Well, this is a left side problem. Therefore, I'm going to work on the left side. The number that is on the left side is an 8. So I'm going to use a subtracting 8 underneath the positive 8. Okay, that's the opposite. And then what we do on one side, the left side, I want to write a minus 8 also on the other side. Okay, so working from left to right, these two become 0. The x comes down as x. There's a positive x, but the positive is understood. The equals comes down here. And these are different signs. Different signs subtract, so this will give me 2. The bigger sign from the 10 wins, and that's a positive 2. Okay, there's very little room on number 6. We're going to do our best to squeeze this in here. So this will be 10 equals 7 plus x. Okay, this is a right side problem. This is on the right side of the equal, so this is a right side. This is a right side. The number on the right side is the one that we need to eliminate. We want to eliminate the 7. So this is a positive 7, so we put a negative 7 underneath. And what you do on one side of the equal sign, you also put on the other side. So we put a minus 7 on the other side next to the 10, or underneath the 10. Now, these two are different signs subtract, so we get 3. The bigger sign is positive, so this is a positive 3. Equals comes down, these two become 0, and your x comes down. So this becomes x equals 3. Okay. Next, number 7. And let's put a little star on number 10 so I'm going to lift the problem up. Okay, so what number plus 6 is negative 13? Now this is a little tougher. The other problems were not that tough at the beginning. The question was, what plus 6 is 13? And the answer was 7 plus 6 is 13. This is a little different. What number plus 6 is negative 13? So this is a little hard to answer intuitively or by guessing. So we're going to use the same process. This is a left side problem. The x is on the left side. Therefore, we need to get rid of the number on the left, which is plus 6. The way to get rid of adding 6 is using subtracting 6. What we do on one side, which is the left side, we'll also do on the right side. So we'll put a minus 6 here. Okay, now let's put all this together. So the x comes down, it's x. These two become 0. The equals comes down, and these are same signs. Same signs, oops, didn't write the equals. Same signs will add, so we'll get a 19. The bigger sign, which is the 13, tells us that the 19 is negative. So the answer is, what plus 6 is negative 13? A negative 19 plus 6 would make a negative 13. And let me demonstrate that very quickly here. A negative 19 plus a 6, what do these make? Well, these are different signs. Different signs subtract, so we'll get 13. The bigger sign wins, so it becomes negative 13. So this is true. What plus 6 is negative 13? 19. Negative 19. So negative 19 plus 6 is negative 13. So even when the problems get a little harder or less intuitive, if you keep using this process, you'll be able to figure out what the answers are. And you want the intuition to figure it out. Okay, next. This is a right side problem. See, the x is on the right side. So this is a right side problem. So we're going to get rid of the number on the right side. So negative 10 equals x plus 4. The right side number is a plus 4. So we're going to get rid of it by using a minus 4. And what we do on one side of the equal sign, you're going to do it on the other side. So another negative 4. Okay, we'll work from left to right. So same signs add, so we'll get 14. The bigger sign is from the 10, so we'll get a negative 14. The equals comes down, the x comes down. These two become 0, and so x is negative 14. So negative 10 is negative 14 plus 4. Next, what number minus 4 will give you a minus 10? So let's find out what that number is. So let's get a little line under here. Okay, this is a left side problem. The x is on the left side. Oops, the line is too long. The x is on the left side, so this is the left side problem, so we're going to remove the number on the left side, which is the -4. So we're going to put a +4 here. And what we put on one side, we put on the other. So +4 there. The x here comes down. These two become 0. The equals comes down. And these two are different signs. So different signs subtract, and you get a 6. The bigger sign is from the 10, so it's going to be a -6. And so x is a -6. -6 and -4 is -10. I'll erase my paper here. Okay, so next we have a -10 equals x minus 4. Now, this is a right side problem because the x is on the right side, therefore we're going to solve from the right side. On the right side, we have a -4, so we're going to put the opposite, which is adding 4. Well, if you do on one side, you're going to do on the other side. Another adding 4 there. Now, these two are different signs. Different signs subtract, so 10 minus 4 is 6. The bigger sign is from the 10, which is a negative, so this is -6. The equals comes down, the x comes down, and these two become 0. 4 take away 4 is 0. And so x is -6. Next, we have 8 plus what number is -10? So let's say 8 plus what number equals -10. And this is a left side problem. The x is on the left side. So we're going to get rid of the number on the left side, which is that 8 there. So let's say -8, and that'll get rid of the adding 8. And when you do on one side, the left side, you'll also put the same thing on the right side. So, right, starting with this, these two become 0. The x comes down. The equals comes down. And these two are same signs. Same signs will add, and you'll get 18. And the bigger sign always wins, so you have a negative on the 10, so your answer is -18. Number 12, I don't have much room, so I'm going to squeeze this in. -10 equals 7 plus x. It's a bad looking plus. Now, this is a right side problem because the x is now on the right side. So, we have to get rid of the 7 on the right side in order to make this work. So this is adding 7, so we put a -7 so it'll cancel. And what we do on one side, you do on the other. So another -7 on the left side. Now these two are same signs. Same signs add, so we'll get 17. The bigger sign wins, that's from the 10, so this will be a -17. The equals comes down. These two become 0. This funny looking plus sign, and we don't need that to come down. But we will need the x to come down, so this will be a positive x. So x is -17. Okay. All right. Next, number 13. Let's put a little note here on 16 so I know to lift the paper up. Okay, what we have here is -8 plus what number would give you a -10? Okay, for this one, this is a left side problem. The x is on the left side. So we need to get rid of the number on the left side, which is a subtracting 8. So we're going to put an adding 8 here. And what we do on the left side, we're going to put another adding 8 on the right side. These two right here become 0. The x here comes down. The equals comes down. And these two are different signs, so different signs subtract. So 8 from 10 leaves 2. The bigger sign wins, so this is a -2. Next, we have -10 equals -7 plus x. This is a right side problem. Therefore, we're going to work with the numbers on the right side. The number on the right side is a subtracting 7, so we're going to use an adding 7 to cancel it on the right side. What we do on that right side, we're also going to put another adding 7 on the left side. So these are different signs. Different signs subtract, so 10 minus 7 leaves 3. The bigger sign wins, so the minus from 10 is going to give us a minus on the 3. The equal sign will come down. These two become 0, and then the x will come down. So the answer is x has to be a -3. Next, we have a -8 plus x equals -2. Okay, first let's determine if this is a left or right side problem. And the x is on the left side of the equal sign, so this is a left side problem. So we have to get rid of the left side number, which is the -8. So to get rid of a negative 8, we have to use a plus 8. And what we do on one side, we have to do another plus 8 on the other side. Okay, so working from left to right, these two become 0. The x will come down. The equals will come down. And these two are different signs, so they'll subtract. So when you take 2 away from 8, it leaves you 6. The bigger sign is the 8, so this will be positive. So the answer is a positive 6. Okay, now we have a negative 5 equals negative 7 plus x. Okay, now let's determine if this is a left or right side. Let's see. The x is here on the right side, so it's a right side problem. So the numbers on the right side are the ones that have to be eliminated. So the negative 7, how do you get rid of a negative 7? Use an adding 7. What you do on one side, you do on the other side. So another adding 7 here. So these two combined, these are different signs, so they're going to subtract. So 5 away from 7 leaves 2. The bigger sign wins, which is on the 7, which is a positive, so that's a positive 2. The equal sign comes down. These two become 0, and then the x comes down. So x is the number 2. So negative 5 equals negative 7 plus what number? And adding a positive 2 would give you a negative 5. Okay, next we have a negative 8 plus x equals 10. So the question is, negative 8 plus what number would give you a 10? Well, let's find out if this is the left or right side. See, the x is on the left. Okay, so this is the left side problem. Therefore, we need to get rid of the number on the left side, which is a negative 8. So we use a plus 8 here to get rid of it. And then what we do on one side, we do another. So we do plus 8 there. These two become 0. The x comes down. The equals comes down. These two are same signs. Same signs add, we get 18. The bigger sign wins, which is the 10. It's positive, so the 18 is positive. Okay, number 8. We get a negative 10 equals negative 7 plus x. So 10 is negative 7 plus what number? Well, since the x is on the right side, this is a right side problem. So we're going to solve this by getting rid of the number on the right side. The number that's on the right side is a negative 7, so we're going to put a plus 7 here. And then on the left side, we're going to put a plus 7. So you always, what's one side you do to the other. So these are same signs. Same signs will add. You get 17. Oops, I wrote it in red. Didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to be consistent, so let's make that 17. And the bigger sign is positive, so it's going to be a positive 17. The equals comes down. This becomes a 0, and the x comes down. So we have here that x is 17.